Hello everyone. Welcome back to Sonia Budgets. And we are going to do our cash envelope stuffing. Now cash envelopes are what you spend out of during a pay period. It is your grocery, gas, spending money, personal care, whatever that you spend out of on a regular basis. First of all, I'd like to update on the income. It fell a lot shorter than I thought. 1506 and some change, but I don't count the change. So I deposited 1506 and I took out 720 for cash envelopes. That's groceries, gas, spending, and prescriptions. I've got it labeled medical, but it's prescriptions. So we have $786 to work with to pay the bills that I wanted to pay, all of them with this whole check. But because we went on a vacation and EMS only counts 40 hours straight time for vacation time, it fell short about $700. So if I had if I had 1486, add the 700 to it, add 1486, I'd have been very easily paid all of my bills. So I'm going to have to make up the shortfalls on the first check in November, which is the 12th. And that really throws a kink in my plans, but you have to adapt. A budget is very, as far as your sinking funds, which is what I was going to stuff November the 12th, only stuff sinking funds. It's flexible on how much you stuff your sinking funds, and that can be that is done a few days before payday. Now my husband has picked up an extra. He's working every other Sunday, so he's picking up an extra 24 hours of overtime on each payday. So we'll have to wait and see how that comes out as far as bring home pay. But right now we have $786 to work with, and I need to pay the storage bill. It's due on the 1st, and that's $35. And then, let me pull this back just a little. $35. The life insurance will come out on the 3rd. And I've got the check made out for the water bill. I've got the check made out for the power bill. And I'm not sure, I can't remember. I have to look and see when my phone bill comes out. So I'm just going to go ahead and add it in. And then my husband can pay his bill. And I've already got the check made out for the ELOC. And the Dish Network, I'm going to stop right there. So everything that I put a star beside are things that we're going to account for in this $786. So I'll have the automobile insurance comes out the 17th, and I will pay my truck payment then on the check for the 12th. So these two, the $560.33, will have to come out of my November the 12th budget. So, but the vacation has already been penalized for the vacation, so to speak. So, and then we did take out $300 for grocery. I upped my husband's spending money to $80. And mine is still $40 a week. So $120 a week, $240 for the 2 weeks, gas $150, medical $30. I've got to pick up my prescriptions tomorrow. This video is late because by the time I got off work Friday at 5 o'clock, my husband was held over for 9 hours Friday. Some calls got detained, and his relief did not come in, and they were working in another city, and they couldn't come over and relieve him and his partner. So he didn't get off. He's supposed to clock out. He usually clocks out by the time he gets back to the main office, and he usually clocks out around 10:30, and he didn't get to clock out till 4:11 that afternoon. So about 6 hours more than normal. He actually gets off his ambulance at 7 o'clock in the morning, but by the time he gets back from Tuscaloosa all the way back to the main office, it's about 10:30. So that he was just making overtime, so that's cool. Okay, I have already put $40 worth of gas in my husband's truck, and today is the Sunday that he is actually working. And then I've already given him his $160 for 2 weeks. I've already given him his money. So all I have is my spending money to stuff, the groceries to stuff, the gas, 110 in gas, and the medical. And I've got my little envelopes here, and I haven't labeled them. I've just been kind of keeping up with which one is which. This one is medical. Let me get my money out, set this stuff aside. We have 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 300, 400, 50, 500, and 20. So let me get all this money. And I have got a desk that I bought on Marketplace that I'm going to go pick up. I need a desk so desperately bad. So bad in order to, it would come in handy for so many things throughout my week. More especially budgeting and that sort of thing. Okay, and my thing that I use to hold my camera is not the best. I need a new something else, new rig for that too. All right, for our medical, we already have $20. My husband gets regular prescriptions also, and we are going to add 20, 30 to this. Will give us 10, 20, 30, and 50. He just picked up his prescriptions last week. I don't know if it was last Friday or last Monday. I can't remember. But 50 will well cover mine, and we will stuff some more in the middle of the month to cover his. I take 4 prescriptions, and I did ask them, somebody wrote all over that one. I did ask them to prescribe me some nitroglycerin just to make me feel better about being by myself so much during the week. All right, grocery. We're going to do 150 and 250, 300. We're going to stuff 150 into my envelope that goes in my wallet, and I'm going to leave 150 here at home so that during the day while I'm at work and he's home, he can call me. He likes to call me up and say, would you like to have so-and-so for supper? And we might like an ingredient or two, and I don't like to have all the grocery money with me, so he can have access to some grocery money. Now we're going to stuff the gas, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, and 10. And the same thing with the gas. I need some gas right now, so I'm going to take 30 and put in my wallet, and I'm going to put the other 80 in here, and I like to leave this at home so that he has access to it also. So we have that one. And then my spending money for 2 weeks is $40 a week. I'm going to lay 40 of it aside, put it away, and I'm only going to stuff $40 straight into this center part of my wallet. And I'm going to keep the now I've got to get me a label maker because I'm not sure This is the gas one. I'm going to leave it here at home. I need that label maker so bad. I can use it for so many things. This one is the medicals. I'm going to put it in my wallet because he doesn't need it this week. Put that in here. And then the half of the grocery money, I'm going to stick in here also. So I have my spending money, half of the grocery money, and the prescription money in here. And then also the 30 I took out for gas for my truck, because it is on empty. And then we have the other half of our grocery money, and we have the other half of my spending money, and I'm going to put those away here. And this is the gas money envelope that I'm going to leave here at home. If you have not subscribed and you enjoy the content, please hit that subscribe button and that little bell notification so that you'll know when I upload another video. Right now I have 4 subscribers on this channel. On my other channel, where I show you what I do for a living and what I make and how I make it, there's another channel called Sonia's Creations. It's got over 1,000 subscribers, so I have faith in this channel that it will do good. All right, now I'd like to discuss. Need to pull this camera up a little bit. All right, these are some saving challenges that I downloaded off of Etsy, and some of them have got a name on them telling me what store they came from. If you're interested in these, contact me. I'll let you know what store they came from. This is a Christmas sale. I'm going to go through these and explain them. A Christmas savings challenge. I've already saved all I'm going to save for Christmas this year. I've decided to order all of my adult daughters, daughter-in-laws, and sons' girlfriends. That's 4 girls. I'm not going to do it for my youngest daughter, I don't think, because I think it would be a waste. Order them an Erin Condren monthly planner, and I'm going to, if they want me to sit down with them and show them how to use it for a savings journal, then, you know, I'd be so happy. But anyway, we have the Christmas Savings Challenge. This will be for next year, and I laminated them, and I wrote on top of the lamination in a Sharpie. This can be removed to use it again with alcohol or hand sanitizer, acetone. I wouldn't use acetone because I do keep my nails as I try to keep my nails nice, so I would not use acetone. But use alcohol, preps, just rubbing alcohol on a cotton swab, or you can use, I've been told you can use hand sanitizer to erase those. And there's 100 stars, so what you would do is you divide this 100 stars by what you would like to save, and that is $20 per star. So every time you save $20, you would color in a star. That is the first one. This, like I said, will be for next year. I haven't trimmed these yet, and I am going to make these into a book. Okay, then we have a savings tracker. This one can be used for anything. You can put anything you want to up here. You can put vacation. You could put summer wardrobe. You could put new car. Whatever you would like to save for. And then you have the jar, kind of a thermometer type deal. And you would put on here your goal. And then how much each one of these. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if you want to save $1,000, then each one of these would be worth $100. If you want to save $2,000, each one of these would be $200. If you want to save $100, you just put $10 in each one, and then you color it in as you reach. And then it has the little 10%, 20%, 30%, and it's a visual. I am a very visual person. I enjoy seeing the visual trackers, but it's totally up to you. These are not very expensive. You buy these on Etsy, and once again, the maker of this is not print. Usually, it's printed at the very bottom who made this tracker, but this was I think this was part of a bundle that I got several different kind of trackers, but I haven't decided what I want to use this one for yet. Then we have another type of savings tracker. You have your fund, how much each coin is worth, and then your goal. The fund would be new kitchen, or it could be vacation. It could be anything that you want to save up money for. There are 100 coins. So if you want to save $2,500, you would put $25 as how much each coin is worth, and you would color in every time you save $25 for this challenge until you reached, when you got down to the very bottom, color the last one, you would have reached your goal of whatever you would like to reach. This one is for 3 to 6 months emergency savings tracker. Especially at my age, my husband's age, you know, I could fall out here in the yard and break a leg and be laid up for, you know, hopefully only weeks, but it could be months. And this is a good thing to have so that, you know, because my husband would have to take off work. He'd have to take a leave from work to take care of me. Our children are grown, they have jobs, they have children, and I would not expect them to take care of me. And the same thing, something could happen to my husband. He has hurt his back before and missed a week or two of work. You know, he could hurt it really, really bad and have to have surgery, you know, whatever. But this is to save up. This will be, each one will be a month, so you can save, you know, 3 months or 6 months, whichever one that you would like to do. You would decide how much it would take to pay your bills, buy your groceries, buy gas for your vehicle, to go back and forth to the doctor, how much you would need for just everything. And how much you would think it would take for you to live for a month. And then you would divide that into, say for instance, it took you $2,500 to pay your bills and to live for a month. Then each one of these would be worth each line would be worth $250. If you want to do all 6, you could do one and then carry on as long as you wanted to. But this is 3 to 6 months living expenses ahead that you've got stuck back, and the security in that is unbelievable. Okay, we have the 100 envelope challenge. If you save, the way you do this one takes 50 weeks, or if you want to spread over 2 years, that'd be fine. But the way you do this, these are you can have envelopes, a number 1 through 100. And then you can randomly pull out of a box or whatever these envelopes, and you never know what you're going to get. You could pull out a 100, you could pull out a $1, you could pull out a $53, whatever. At the end of that, if you stuff it in a year, stuff all 100 envelopes in a year, then you will have saved $5,050. Another way that you could budget this, and I've never heard of another budgeter say this before, but I was thinking about it one day. Math is something that turns and rolls in my head all the time. But the way that you could do this, instead of doing it randomly, you could pick 2 envelopes per week. No, pick 1 envelope per week to get it for a year. But if you got paid bi-weekly, whatever they call it, to me, bi-weekly is twice a week. But if you get paid every 2 weeks, you would need to fill 2 envelopes. So the way, if you want to keep it consistent and know what you're going to be stuffing, if you decided to do a 1 and a 100, that's $101 every 2 weeks. Then the next time you would do a 2 and a 99, that's still $101. So go and stay consistent. Do the next lowest one, and then the next highest one. It'll always be $101, and then you will meet right here at the 50 and the 51, and it would be $101. So that's a way that you could do that, and that's a nice little challenge. A lot of people does this challenge, and have great success. The reason I would like to pull from this end is I would be more likely to have more money in the first week. This is these represent No, I'm sorry. This is not not the challenge I'm thinking about. But I would have more money in January where we come home from work and we don't do anything because it's cold, and then I would do more. I would be more apt to do things in save the bigger ones in January, February, and March. April we get out, and we start moving around, we start going fishing, we might take the camper out, something like that. So I would like to have these bigger ones over with, and if say January, February, March, so that's 15 weeks. No, say 13 weeks. Add an extra weekend because most people typically think of a month as 4 weeks. So say 13 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You would already be past, have the 88 stuffed. Or you could decide in January, for January, February, March, you want to do 199, 98, 97, and that way, and by that time, you would have 26 of these, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You would already have the 25 highest numbers done. And then you would only have the next one be 74, and you're getting smaller and smaller, and then at Christmas, you only getting close to Christmas, you would only have the 10, 9, 8, 7, and so on to do when the money may be a little tighter. So that's one way to do the 100 envelope challenge. Then we have the $1,000 emergency fund tracker. Emergency fund is very important in cash budgeting because cash budgeters, a good cash budgeter, which I think I'm a good cash budgeter because I have no credit cards. We have a debit card that is used rarely, very rarely. But some cash, I have actually laminated two together. I can see the other one looking through. I have to redo that. And I was really excited about the other challenge too. But I will explain it, even though I don't know if you can see it. No spend months or date, no spend month or something like that. But emergency fund is very important to a cash budgeter because anything can come up. You can suddenly need two tires, or your hot water heater could go out and it completely destroy your budget. Been there, done that. Your wash machine could start spewing water everywhere, and you have to get it outside and clean up the mess and go get a new wash machine, and that will destroy a cash budget. You could have all of life's little things that come up. My sister, and I only could happen to her, but she was at home alone one night. Her husband was gone on a business trip, and her commode exploded. I mean, only Bev. That could only happen to Bev. It could be just, anything. Your dog could go out here and eat something he's not supposed to eat, Rudy, and, that could put a damper into your cash budgeting. So where are you going to pull the money from? Your groceries? No. Where are you going to put the money from? Your gas to go back and forth to work? No. What are you going to do? A lot of people pull out that credit card. So it's nice to have an emergency fund set aside. $1,000 is recommended. You can do it more than more than that, more than $1,000, whatever, based upon your family. If you've got 5 dogs and 6 children, I would recommend you to have a more than $1,000. But this is a good start on an emergency fund. Each coin is worth $10. By the time you get done, you have $1,000. All right, house savings tracker. This could be to pay off your home. You figure out how much you owe, you pay off your balance on your loan, and you divide it by 100. You put that in there. Say you owe $200,000 on your home. Then each one of these would be $2,000, I guess. Let's see. Get my handy dandy calculator out. So if you owe $200,000, oh, that's a million. $200,000 divided by 100. Each one of these houses would be $2,000. If you owe $55,000 on your house, each one of these will be worth $550. So it could be that. You could pay off your home. Or if you don't have a home, if you live in an apartment or a mobile home, whatever, and you have a dream of owning your own home, you could start saving up either for a down payment or to pay cash for it, whatever you want to do. This is a house savings tracker. I think this one, I'm going to change it to a kitchen savings tracker. And put kitchen here, and I think it's going to be about $25,000 to do what I want to do to my kitchen. So each one of these will be worth $250. I think that's right. Sometimes those decimal points get off. $250 per house. Every time you color one in, you've got $250 that you have saved for that goal. $5,000 savings challenge in 52 weeks. If you will look at this, it looks so doable. If you're a low income home that doesn't have any side hustles, this might be a very difficult one. If you're an average, middle class income, like my husband and I, then this is so doable, it's ridiculous. There's some high ones on here. There's a 200, a 195, a 180, but you could save. If you get paid every 2 weeks, you have to pull two. So you could pull a 200, and then pull a $20 one, or you could pull a 180 and pull a $25 one. Pick a high one, a low one, whatever you want to do, or you could pick two of the highest ones or two of the lowest ones, whatever. But it's only 52 of these on here. So each month you would every 2 paydays you would color in 4 of them and put the money into either a savings account or to an envelope, or you could let it accumulate a little bit and then put it into a savings account until you get it completed. And at the last it says you did it. This one actually comes from Nifty Planner Design. She does have her name on the bottom of her printables. Alright, then we have the 10,000. This one is one that I wanted to do for next year. $10,000 savings challenge. We did so much last year. We did a lot of work to our home. We went to the mountains 4 times. We went to South Alabama 2 or 3 times. That's where my daughter lives. We had our camper at the campground for March to August until I had my heart attack, and then I wanted to bring the camper home. That was $305 a month. That's just for leaving the camper there. That's not groceries, fishing supplies, bait, all of that, and all the things that we did at the campground. So this one is doable by not doing what we did last year. So this one, 10,000, is not challenging enough for me. I want something to really, really challenge us. So I just opted to go with the $20,000. I was already going to be saving $770 a month before my husband got his raise, before he decided to work every other Sunday. I was going to do the $10,000. But now that he's gotten a raise, now that he's working every other Sunday, and my business is picking up, I think this one is very doable. Only thing I can do is try. Only thing I can do is meal plan, meal prep. Think ahead on your meals. That's where a lot of people have trouble with going out to eat, is not planning ahead for their meals. Crock pots are a wonderful tool for planning ahead. It's so great to put a roast in the morning with your potatoes and carrots and onions and all of that, and when you get home at 5:30, open the door and the smell is so comforting to know that supper is done and you're home, especially in the wintertime. But there's so many resources for crock pot meals. Chicken, pork chops, beef, and any other kind of meat that you might eat. That's pretty much chicken, beef, and pork is pretty much what we do. But I think the $20,000 would be more challenging, and I believe that we can do this. So there are 52 of these on here, so we'd have to pick 2 per payday, which now that he's got his raise and everything, I can afford to do the pay all the bills in the first check of the month, and do the sinking funds in the middle of the month, and have money left over to do this challenge. And I've already told him I want to do the $10,000 He says, that's fine, so I want to do the 20,000. All right, here is another one. $500 in 30 days. 30 of these little things down here. This one is sweet. I cannot read that in that bicycle. I want to say sweet burn, bless. I can't read that. It's something sweet, budgeting, blessings, sweet. I think it's sweet burn blessing. And then you have 30 of these. They range from $5 up to $30. I think it's the highest one that, no, there's a $32 one. So I would not do this, say, do it every day, do 5. And then what I would do is every week, maybe go through our cash spending envelopes or sinking funds and pull out, decide which ones that, you know, can handle a little money being pulled out, and add up 14 of these and stuff that much. I cannot see that it would be beneficial to stuff every day. But we'll see on that one. That one is $500 in 30 days. And if you do meal planning and plan ahead, like if, I know I've been there, done that. Kids in sports, kids in the band. My daughter played basketball from kindergarten to 12th grade. And there was a lot of times I would put something in the crock pot, and then right before basketball game, or maybe the basketball game was early, and go to the basketball game and get home, and we were starving by the time we got home, and the smell coming from that crock pot would be so wonderful. And you did not stop and eat out, and eating out is very expensive. Even McDonald's or someplace like that is very expensive. So if you do meal planning, meal prep, this one would be a $500 in 30 days would be, you know, easy. We'll see how that one goes. I don't even know if I'm going to do this one or not. And then we have $2,000 in 50 weeks. This one is for most anyone. The highest amount I can see on here at a glance is $70. And if you pick 2 of them for 2 weeks, you could pick a 70 and a 10. That would be $80. You would color in each thing as you stuff that in your envelope. But this one, $2,000, that you not believe where that if you're not keeping track of your spending, how $2,000 can slip through your fingers in a couple of months, much less a year. It's just, I did that. I went through my checkbook and figured out the grocery store. Oh my goodness. We were spending, I added them all up, run there, get milk, get bread, forgot to get this, forgot to get that for my meals, stuff like that. And we were spending $900 a month. Now we're spending $600 a month, and that's all inclusive. Dog food, everything, paper products, laundry products, everything. Vacations saving tracker. I will be using this. There are 100 suitcases on here. I would like to have $3,000 because since my kids have been grown, I've had a dream of all 5 of our kids and now 11 grandchildren all going somewhere together. Now my kids can afford to pay for their own accommodations. They can afford to pay for their own meals. But I would like to have, I would like to pay for the accommodations for all 11. I think I counted up last night. There's 20 of us in all. So I would like to pay for the accommodations for 20. There's a place in particular I would like to stay, and they have a cabin that does sleep 10. I think I can get 12 in there because one of them is 3 and one of them is just a few months old. So that would probably the 3-year-old would sleep with his mother and daddy, and the little fella would sleep in his own, probably take his own bed with them. So that one sleeps 10, and then there's another 2 cabins that sleep like 8 each. I don't know about getting that because There are small children, there are bigger children, so we'd have to work out our sleeping arrangements on that. I haven't decided. I did call the place today to find out about how much it would cost me. So $3,000 will be my goal for this. Each bag would be $30, and I would have till June to fill, because I would like to go in June. I like to go to the mountains before it gets hot, and I would like to go pretty quick after they get out of school for the summer. So I'm probably going to do this one. Then we have this is another a way to do the 52-week challenge, where you save, well, this is the 52-week challenge. You save $1 the first week, $2 the second week, $3 the fourth week, and so on. Now it goes all the way down to 52. I believe this one, when you get done, you have $1,378 when you get finished with this one. And like I said, in January, you may have, some people may have more. Cash budgeters would probably be easily to do this. If you're the type that charges your Christmas, then January's a rough month, February's a rough month. But if you're a cash budgeter, you're using cash for Christmas. So when Christmas is over, there's no debt. There's nothing like that. So, but I would probably have more money in January, February, and March, like I said before. So I'd probably start at the bottom of this. And then by the time I get to Christmas, I'm only in the teens, and all the way up to the last week of the year, $1. Well, it would be $2. It would be $3 because we would pull two each payday. But at the end of this, $1,378. And this is just another blank savings tracker. You could use this for one of your sinking funds. For, say, for instance, you had a sinking fund for Valentine's Day. You were saving up for you and your significant other, your partner, your husband, whatever, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, to go on a trip. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 35 spots here. If I were saving for me and my husband and I to go for Valentine's Day, I would probably only put about, I said 35, about $3 per heart. That would take us to Red Lobster or Olive Garden, Longhorn, Texas Roadhouse, where we decided we wanted to go. And we probably would not go on Valentine's Day. I'm an impatient person, so we'd probably go the weekend after, the weekend before, something like that. Some people might want to save $20, and that would be $700. Some people might want to do $10. That's $350. Whatever. $3 would be $105. That's probably what I would save. I might do that for Valentine's Day. I'm not a fan of Valentine's Day. Let me just tell you, not my favorite. Don't care for it. But an excuse to go and get a meal and somebody else wash the dishes. This is another 52 weeks challenge. It's just a cute little fun thing to do. 52 weeks savings, $1,378, like I said before. And it starts down here at the bottom at $1, and you work your way all the way up. And when you get to the last week, you're down here at the where your bubble gum comes out, and you have saved 13. And I've tried to print it this way, and it cut off this, and it cut off this last $52 here. So I turned it around on my printer and printed it out, so you could even write notes over here. And we're back to the Christmas one, and I wanted to go back to the one that I accidentally it's on the back side of this one. The no spend month. Have a whole month of no spending. Let me explain that it would be very difficult to have a whole month of no spending, a whole month of not stopping and getting a Mickey D sweet tea, a whole month of not, if you are, I'm afraid to go to Starbucks. I told my husband, I will not go to Starbucks. I will not, because the way I understand it from people that are big Starbucks fans, it's addictive, and it's something that they budget for. So I told my husband, I don't want to start going to Starbucks. What if I get addicted? And it's very expensive. So it's kind of a joke between him and I about going to Starbucks. So a month of no spending. A month of no spending could be over a period of 6 months, 9 months, a year. what you would do, and I don't know if you can see the back of this, there's a 1 through 31. So you would have 31 days in a set period that you wanted to set. Say I wanted to set it for 3 months. So I would have an average of 10 days per month that I had days that I did not spend any money. That's no bill paying, that's no grocery buying, that's no gas buying, that's no nothing. That's you did not spend a dime today. These are very helpful. The way I look at it is, if I've got $40 of spending money per week, and I have 3 no spends that week, meaning I brought my lunch, I prepared for my lunch ahead, packed it up the night before, had it in the refrigerator, put it in my little lunch purse thing that I have, and carried that to work with me, whether it's a half a pack of chips that I have folded down and stuck in there, stuff like that, because I am very busy at work I have 3 multi-needle embroidery machines, I have a commercial sewing machine, and I'm constantly filling orders, whatever that order may be. And this video is long, but I'm trying to explain a lot of this stuff to you. But if I go 4 days in that week that I did not spend any money, I went to work, I ate what I took, I come home, then you could cross off 4 no spend days, put a little heart on your planner, your monthly planner, and but if I have 4 no spend, I've got 3 days then, technically, that I could divide that $40 between, and that would be about $13 a day, that if I did want to buy my lunch, or if, something like that. But if I smart and plan ahead and take my lunch every day for sometimes I work 5 days a week, sometimes 6 days a week, and just have something. I'm not really into cold sandwiches too much. But there's other things that I can take. I want to buy a microwave for the store, so that we can heat up something, because I'd rather have something hot. Even in the summertime, I will eat a cold sandwich, not a big fan. But anyway, for 31, that's a month of no spend days. Kind of like a month of Sundays. So this could be spread out over a year. You can be spread out over. I would not suggest you try to do it for a month. Impossible. But 3 months would be very doable over a 3-month period. But you would cross out every time you know. And I'm going to have to redo this. I don't know if I get this lamination off of here and separate this too. But apparently those stuck together with my emergency fund. But those no spend days are very helpful in cash budgeting. Not imperative, not that you've got to do it, but they do help out a lot in saving money. So there are all of the savings trackers that I have downloaded. Not going to use them all. I'm going to pick out which ones I want to use, and we'll be touching base with these every 2 weeks. So that is how it's going to go today. I've still got an automobile, our auto insurance, that is our camper, our 2 trucks, and a utility trailer, and then my truck payment will have to come out, and those will have to be budgeted for that check that I wanted to do, just sinking funds. But life happens. Had a good time. That's all that matters. So there we go. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you come back. I hope you hit that subscribe button. And the videos will get better once I get my desk. I have got a task light that I'm going to be using, so hopefully the shadows will not be here. And I am going to make this into a book. I'm going to be showing you that. And then on the first of the week, I'm expecting some expense tracker stickers to come in. I ordered them from a girl called, I think it's Budgeting with Amanda, from Texas, on Etsy. And those hopefully will be here tomorrow, so I can start. I've never done that before, really wrote out the stickers on what bills came out and what we spent at the grocery store and that sort of thing. So I'm very excited about starting to do that. Holds you more accountable to your spending otherwise. Thank you so much, and if you enjoy this, hit the thumbs up, leave me a comment, hit the subscribe button, all those things. And when I reach 500 subscribers, I will be doing a nice giveaway. Thank you all so much. Bye-bye.